Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. Today is Everyday October Day 19. Today's also moving day, so I'm very excited about that. But today we're going to recreate a look I saw Slightly Unblended do a couple of months ago and knew I absolutely wanted to recreate it. So today we're going to do that. I'm going to leave her video down below. I'm going to leave her Instagram down below. And I'm going to insert a picture of the look here. So as you can see, it's this gorgeous like deep blue and deep green look with little bubbles and shimmers, and oh, I'm so excited to recreate this one. For this look, I decided to use the Blend Bunny Law palette because it just seemed like the perfect palette to use for this look. I can't actually remember. Oh yeah, so she used the Davini Beauty Currency collection, but yeah, I thought this one would be perfect for the look. So, without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. I'm not going to do the pearls, I don't think, but I'm going to do the bubbles. I thought this would be a really cool, like, Halloween-y, like, mermaid look. It would be really fun. So, we are going to start off with a little small brush. And I'm going to start off with the blues. So we're going to do a blue in a corner. I'm going to start off within a bottle. Now this isn't going to be, I always forget this palette's not a mirror. It's not going to be perfectly exact. I just love the vibes so much. I think the vibes are definitely on completely. Actually, we're going to use Catch Me because Lost at Sea is a little bit more tealy. So we're going to use Catch Me, which is more of like a sky blue. And we're going to start with a Made by Mitchell ME18, which is a nice little fluffy brush. I've just put some Too Faced Shadow Insurance on my lid. And we're just going to start building this shade up here so we've got something for the darker shade to blend into. If you are new here and you found this through looking for like fun Halloween-y tutorials, my name's Cole. I love colour and makeup. And we are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So I'd love it if you fancy sticking around. It would mean the world to me. So I'm just blending that Catch Me shade out. I have got I did a palette bingo with the Celestial Charms from Beauty Bay and my eyes are stained purple. So we're just going to ignore that because it'll all be covered up. But we're now going to go in with Seafoam, which is the mint green. And we're going to do this on the outer lid. I feel like this palette is perfect for this look because it's so like deep. Going back to the reference photo. Right, so we're going to keep it quite deep in the outer corner. So I'm only going to bring this mint to the edge and then we're going to really deepen up the outer corner. I feel like right now this looks like a very spring look. But when we start putting those deeper tones on it, so I'm just going to make sure that those pastel tones are really diffused out. I want to make sure there's enough of those down so that when we put the bubbles on you can still see them slightly. Right, okay, now we're going to get a little deeper. So I'm going to take a Morphe, this brush doesn't have a number, It's just a little pencil brush. And we're going to first go in, we're not going to go straight in with the darkest blue, we're going to go first in with Explore, which is like the medium blue. And we're going to start building this up in the crease. And then we're going to go back in with the Made by Mitchell brush and the pastel blue and just make sure those edges are diffused out. And then we're going to do exactly the same, but we're going to go in with the medium green shade, which is called Mermaid Lagoon, which is this one here. And we're going to do the same thing on the green side. Okay, now it's time to make it a little spookier. So we're going to go in on the blue side with the Deep. And we're going to go in on the green side with Uncharted, which are just the two darkest, the darkest blue and the darkest like foresty green colour. So we're going to start off with the blue. And I'm really going to build this up so it's as deep and as dark as it can be. We're going to take this right down into the inner corner as well. Now we are going to cut the crease, so if anything gets on the lid, I'm not going to overly worry about it. We're just really going to build that up. Okay, we're going to wipe off that brush and we're going to go in with Uncharted, which is very deep. And we're going to start building this up in the crease. I absolutely love this palette for this time of year because although like you look at it and it looks very bright, these like deep jewel tones on the bottom row are just absolutely gorgeous. And I actually feel like this and the Currency palette from Davini are very, very similar vibes. Okay, so we're going to take the middle shades now that we used and we're just going to blend over the edges with those. So we're using, the green is Mermaid Lagoon. And the blue is Explore. And then we're going to wipe off that Mitchell brush again and we're going to go back in with the pastels. Okay, and then we're going to go back in and really deepen this up now that it's all blended in the actual socket line. blue is a little too bright, so I'm going to take a tiny bit of this really, really dark brown shade called Black Sea, sorry. And then we're going to mix it with the deep. It's like 2 pats of the deep, 1 pat of the Black Sea shade, just to really deepen that up. There we go. That is what I needed. That's perfect. That just makes that navy just that little bit kind of deeper and grungier. Right, okay, we are going to cut this crease with our P. Louise. This is the shade 0. You can use your skin tone shade, doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to cut this. I'm not going to carve out the crease today because I don't feel like it's necessary. I just want to reduce down some of that pigment that we've got on that lid. And get that nice like sharp edge for the shimmer. To make sure as well with the blue that we're getting right into that inner corner. Right, okie dokie, time for some shimmer. Okay, so because I won't be quite precise with my shimmer, I'm going to use a very, very small brush. So we are going to start out with a blue in the centre of the lid. We're going to use bioluminescence. We might pop a little bit of pigment on top of this once I'm done. I've not decided yet, but I'm using a very small brush. This is Zoeva 237 Detailed Shader. I have to spray this. Get what I want from it. Shade is so pretty. Oh, so nice. Okay, and then we're going to wipe off the brush and we are going to do the shade Pearl in the inner third of the lid. Just going to blend those together. I do think I want something a little bit more pink on that inner corner. So let's just finish putting this on. I am going to grab, this is Gerard Cosmetics Blossom Pigment. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the Pro Glitz Glitter Fix Gel. I'm actually going to mix this in with the pigment. Yeah, that's what I want. And this is like a beautiful like pinky gel now, and we're literally going to paint this over the top of that shimmer. It's just not quite as pink as I wanted it to be. We're just going to give that a second to dry, And then we are just going to take a little bit of dry pigment just to set that. Well, this is a lot more pink than I initially intended, but I personally like this. This is more my vibe. Right, okay, so that is done. I'm going to take the Half Magic Beauty Glitter Pill in Sweet Prince, which is like a bright pink, covered in sparkly eyeshadow. And we're going to do a glitter liner in the crease. More pink is always the answer. Right, okay, glitter liner is done. I'm just gonna go and I am gonna watch Julia's video to remind myself how she did the bubbles. Right, okie dokie. We are gonna take some more P. Louise base. And you will need for this a nail dotting tool. Now this is one that I got from Glisten. This is the Maytami, I can't remember what number brush it is, but this is a like dotting tool, and we're literally going to take some of the base and we are going to start to create the shape of the bubbles. And what I do with these dotting tools is I just ever so slowly like wiggle them in a circle, and I find that is the best way to get a pretty good circle shape. Now I wish I had the space that Julia does, but I do not. So we're just going to do as many as I can fit in the space I have to work with. And once we get out of here, we can be a bit more free with them. And you just want to make sure that these are fully opaque. So this is the kind of bubble vibe. I've just realised I've not done my outer corners, so we're going to do that. Right, yeah, so we've not done the outer corners, so we're going to do that. We're going to take that pencil brush again, and we're going to take Uncharted. And we're just going to build this up on the outer corner. I'm going to take a little bit of Black Sea as well, that kind of browny black we used to deepen the blue. Right, okay, we are now going to take a little liner brush. I'm going to use this one from Spectrum and Katie Jane Hughes. This is the 22 because it's a bit more stiff. The Glisten ones are a bit light for what we want to do. And we're going to use the middle row now. So we're going to use Sea Nymph, we're going to use Booty, and we're going to use Seductress. So these three here. So the kind of 3 rows that we've not yet used any of. And we're going to start, we're going to take each colour and we're going to fill in 1/3 of the bubble with that colour. Doesn't have to be perfect. There can be bits of white still showing. There can be bits that are more green and more purple with little pink. There can be tiny bits of green with not a lot of anything else. The whole thing is that, like, bubbles are different. I'm also making sure that I'm not always doing the green on the same bit. So I don't know whether you can see, but I hope you can. We're literally filling in 1/3 of the bubble. I'm just going to wipe that off, and we're going to do the same with the pink. And we're just going to try and somewhat blend it together. It's not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we're just going to try and make it look like it's like a cohesive gradient rather than it looks like we've just whacked 3 colours in a circle. Possibly also don't do one into the edges of your brows. It makes your life quite difficult. Okay, that bit was still a bit wet, so we're just going to wipe that brush off. Okay, and then we're going to do the purple. Just here, filling in the bits that haven't got any colour on them. Right, okay, so currently we look a little messy. So, right, now we're going to do the difficult bit. We are going to line these bubbles. What we're first going to do is get rid of the weird neon yellow residue on top of my liner. I don't know why that's there. Right, okay, so I'm going to use a liner brush that's a little bit firmer and a little bit more densely packed. This is a Glisten number 6, and we're going to get it to the sharpest point, basically, we can. Don't do that at home, kids. We have moistened our liner and got rid of the yellow. Perfect thing about Glisten liners is if they get a different colour on them, you literally just run them under the cold tap and it gets rid of them. Right, okay, so we're going to put a tiny bit of liner on the tip, and we're going to make sure there's no bubbles. You want this a little bit thicker, than you normally would for like a normal water liner. And then literally what we're going to do, we're going to take our time. We're not going to talk through it, and we're literally going to draw around these bubbles with the liner. Okay. Whew. That was stressful. This is not the easiest thing to do in the world. There are a couple of places where I do just want to go in with a bit of colour and just re-intensify it. The lines are not the most even, but you have to remember you're drawing a bubble, and bubbles are not the most even. So that is what we are looking like. I actually love it. I'm going to go and do the second eye because I can't do two eyes on camera. It was too stressful. But we're just going to repeat the exact same process on the other eye, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to do the rest of the look. So I'm going to go and put some foundation and such on as well. Okay, so we've done all the boring base bits. We've got the Gucci Eternity Beauty foundation, Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away concealer, ELF under eye setting powder, and NARS Laguna. I've just realised I've not done my brows. Just going to run a quick bit of, oh, no, maybe not. We're actually going to run some Glisten Spectra Brow in, I believe this is just the pink shade, through our brows. Because why not? And I'm not going to go too heavy with it. I just kind of want them pink tinted. Just like a slight hint of pink. We're going to use Glisten Bloomin' Blush in Ticklish on the cheeks because I want something really bright. You could definitely do like the fishnet scales trick with this look. I feel like that would be really cool. But I have other videos to film, so I don't want to look too wild. Just going to blend this out with the ELF cream blush brush. Apologies for the jingly bracelets. I tried to remember to take them off before I filmed today, but I feel like I've committed to it now, so we're just rolling with it. This one would also look really cute, I feel like, with like bubble freckles as well. Maybe even some like silver freckles would look cute. Right, for my under eye, I want to pull in the purple that we've got in the bubbles. So I'm going to go in and use Seductress, which is like that middle purple. It's just this one here. We're going to use this under the eyes. And then I would use Baited to blend this out, but I want to get another use on my project pan. So we're going to use the shade Ghostin from the Colourpop Lilac Hue a Lot palette. This is pretty much the same shade as Baited. But like I said, if I've got a chance to make a use, I'm going to use it. And we're going to use a little Superdrug fluffy brush for this. And we're going to use quite a lot of this shade. And we're just going to blend out that purple. Like so. I don't know what to do with the lips. Black lip. Just before we do that, I want to put some Karla Cosmetics Rockabye Baby Opal Shadow Potion in my inner corner. This is Okay, I am going to apply some lashes and then I'm going to come back. Right, okay, while we're waiting for my lashes to dry, we are going to do a black clip. We're going to use the Karla Cosmetics Shadow Potion Paint in Eclipse. This is amazing on the lips. I would highly recommend, if you have never tried this on the lips and you own it, to try it on the lips. We do have a code with Karla which you can get 10%, I think, of everything I've mentioned today, so that will be in the description box. Oh yes. I love that with the black lip. Okay. Let's do some mascara. Oh, just a side note as well, these lashes are from Artitude. I'm probably being dense, but I can't find a name on this box. But they're from Artitude, they're beautiful. I think they're perfect for this look. Even if I can't get the inner corners to stick. I swear to God, since I stopped wearing lashes basically every day, I've just totally lost all skill. Oh, look at this with my hair! I actually want to pop a little bit of Blossom. A little bit of shim on the lip. I'm obsessed. So obsessed. Oh my god, I absolutely love this look. Thank you so much, Julia, for the inspo. If you do watch this, Julia, I hope you enjoyed. Okay, obsessed. Love, love, love. If you want to see more crazy makeup like this, don't forget to like this video. I'd love to know whose looks you'd like me to recreate next. I do hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball and I'll see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. It's not Vlogmas, it's Everyday October, man. Bye.